Welcome to In Focus with Eden Lane.
Later we'll have a report from special correspondent Aaron Saye. He brings us along for Cinema Day, Colorado Innovators of New Entertainment, Media, and Arts at the state capitol, a rally in support of expanding film incentives. But we begin with a look forward to the celebration of film with the Denver Film Society and the official Oscar Night America party, and a look at Oscar-nominated documentary short Saving Face from a Colorado filmmaking team. My first guests, Britta Erickson, the Denver Film Society Festival Director, and producer Allison Greenberg. Well, thank you ladies for coming in and telling me all about the wonderful things happening for the Oscars, both at the Denver Film Society, and for you, for a film that you were, a documentary that you were a producer of. Thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for having us, Eden.
Thank you.
I always love it when we get to come and visit your new home on Colfax, because it feels like this sort of urban cinema. It just puts us all in the mood. And now I see that you have art displayed throughout the lobby. When did that happen?
We put the art up a couple of weeks ago. Thanks to our neighbors next door, Denver Art Gallery, our great neighbors. Charles, who owns it, said, let's put some art up. And I think it's great because we're showcasing local artists on our walls, like we showcase local filmmakers on our screens all the time here at the Denver Film Center.
We just had Cinema Day rally, and we had Aaron Saye go and bring us a report. And it's really important to realize how big the filmmaking community is in Colorado. And I just learned today that you're both natives. Allison, you're a producer of a documentary that has been nominated for an Oscar. Tell me, how did that project come to you?
So I have to give credit to our director, Daniel Youngie. We were working on a couple of other projects together, and he approached me about the story of Katie Piper, who's a model in Great Britain, and she was attacked on the streets by an associate of her boyfriend who threw acid in her face. And the plastic surgeon who did the surgery on her, Dr. Muhammad Jawad, used a revolutionary technique that hadn't been done before. So he became quite famous along with her, and they've appeared on Oprah together, and they were honored at 10 Downing. So Daniel came to me and was like, here's this doctor who's obviously, not British, and I wonder if he knows about what's going on in the rest of the world with acid attacks. So we called him, and he said, of course I know. I'm actually going back to Pakistan, which is where I'm originally from.
We think it's this really unusual thing, but your film tells us how it's really not so unusual.
No, unfortunately, it's not unusual at all these days. Pakistan is having about 100 acid attacks a year, mostly on women.
And very young women. We would call many of them girls because they're 13 years old.
Yeah, we, our first trip to Pakistan with Dr. Muhammad Jawad, we interviewed a series of women that are all being supported by the Acid Survivors Foundation of Pakistan. That was our on-the-ground nonprofit that we were working with. And they brought a bunch of women to us that were going to be his patients, some as young as 14 years old. We had one woman who had been attacked by her school teacher because she had refused to marry him when she was 14. So it does run the gamut in age, and it does primarily happen to women in Pakistan.
Our audience isn't just going to get to hear about your film and root for you at the Oscars, but we're going to get a chance to see this film right here at the Denver Film Society. Is this part of the Women's Voices, Women in Film series?
Yes, so we're very excited that we're going to be having the Colorado premiere of Saving Face during Voices Film Festival, which is our annual festival that celebrates the voices of women behind the camera, in front of the camera, women-centric stories. That'll be a special screening with Allison as well as Daniel, who she just spoke about, the director, Davis Coombe, who's one of the other producers, who is a local Denverite, in person, along with Daniel's co-director, his Pakistani co-director.
That's also an unusual situation, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is. Sharmeen Obaid Shenoy is our co-director in Pakistan, and she has been making film for about 10 years, mostly for UK outlets. And we brought this story to her, again, because we wanted to have a team on the ground. We wanted to have a woman's perspective, and she is the best there is in Pakistan and one of the best documentary filmmakers in the world. And what is so interesting about her is that with this nomination, she's now the first Pakistani director ever to be nominated for an Academy Award. As well, I believe this is the first film ever to be nominated for an Academy Award from Pakistan.
That's just another matter, of course, for the Denver Film Society to bring these international directors in for these screenings.
Yes.
And so you're able to do that.
Yeah, and we're very excited that she's going to be able to be here for our screening on the 7th. Which is not going to be here in our lovely home, but right across the street at L2 Arts and Culture Center.
Is that so that you could accommodate?
So we can accommodate more people. There's huge interest in seeing this film and huge interest in everyone here in this market to be able to have a Q&A afterwards with these local filmmakers, as well as to have Charmeen here from Pakistan. Outside of the Denver Festival, the Stars Denver Film Festival in November, typically the filmmakers we have in-house throughout the year, which is quite often here at the Denver Film Center, are mostly domestic filmmakers. It's during the festival that we really bring in a lot more international.
And the French
filmmakers.
language.
Exactly. Well, we show a lot of international fare all the time, but it's not always the case that we can bring international filmmakers here. This worked out perfectly because she'll be fresh off her appearance at the Oscars at the Kodak Theater, or are they still calling it the Kodak Theater? I heard that maybe Kodak's taking their name off of the theater.
We'll have to see.
Yes, we'll have to see. At that theater.
Yes.
That you'll be at as well. Where we'll all be looking for you in the audience.
And you mentioned that we'll all be looking for them and rooting for this film, this important documentary with a Colorado connection, because we can join other members and supporters of the Denver Film Society for the Oscars. Tell me about that event.
Well, we do an annual Oscar Night America party.
It's an official party too. It's not just some random, like, let's get together and watch the Oscars.
I know lots of people do that on Oscar night, but this is really a way to tap into film's biggest night, the most celebratory night of the film industry, which is happening out in Hollywood. The Academy allows a nonprofit in every state to utilize a sanction that they give to you to utilize the broadcast to raise money for nonprofit organizations. So Denver has had the AMPAS sanction for over 18 years in this market. So we've been throwing this party for a long time. We think it's perfectly aligned with our mission, and just a fun night. We do predict the winners ballots. You can come and pay $10 to get some skin in the game.
And we get to mark our choice for saving face.
Exactly. Right? Mark saving face. Mark some of the other films that we brought to you first during the Stars Denver Film Festival.
The Artist.
The Artist. And The Descendants.
Who in Colorado had heard of The Artist or The Descendants before we got to see them because you chose them?
I know, and I think we discussed at one point how challenging it might be to try to get people out to see a black and white silent film, and I assured you that nobody would walk away unhappy and that we'd be talking about it again in February. And look, here we are.
And here we are. So you're successful at programming and bringing us film early, even though it's going to get this huge attention. So that night, we're all going to dress up, or is...
It's very glamorous. We put the red carpet out like we do during the festival, and the red carpet's for the patrons, not the stars. So you guys are the stars of the evening, the people who attend and support us through this nonprofit gala fundraiser that pays for our year-round educational programs.
That's a wonderful way to approach it, treating the people who support Colorado film, bringing film to Colorado and the Denver Film Society as the stars of the evening. I think that's brilliant.
Yep, and providing you with lots of Moet and Chandon champagne at your table. Lots of great outfits. I know you're going to look beautiful, and I'll try to figure out what I'm going to wear.
You always knock them dead. Every time I interview you on the red carpet, it takes me a minute to sort of take you all in. So
Thank you. Thanks,
no pressure.
No pressure. Not like the pressure Allison's under to go to the actual Academy Awards. We have a silent auction that happens during the event. And for those of you who really want to watch and not miss a moment of the broadcast, there's plenty of opportunity with lots of screens to just sit there at your table and enjoy the good food and the great champagne and not miss a moment of it. And for those folks
and get up during commercials just like they do
exactly,
in the theater.
Exactly. Take your potty breaks during the commercials. And then for folks who just really want to be out that night to celebrate and might be interested in a couple of the top categories, but want to be with like-minded individuals and dressed up and have a fun evening out, we have a featured player ticket, which doesn't include seated dinner, where you can hang out in the Heavenly Lounge at Exto and be more mobile. And so it's a great evening. And we'll have Lieutenant Governor Joe Garcia there. We present the annual Governor's Hall of Fame Award for someone in the Colorado film industry who has done a lot to propel this filmmaking community forward. This year that's going to Representative Tom Massey, who is the person who's sponsoring the new cinema bill, the cinema incentive bill that's in front of the legislature presently.
We can never let anyone forget that the creative employment cluster in Colorado is the 5th largest employment cluster in our state, and that includes a wide variety of things, including the work you do here at the Denver Film Society. When you're getting ready to go to the Academy Awards, let me say that to you again.
Yeah,
when you're
getting
ready to attend the Academy Awards, what is it that you're looking forward to? Because I know you already had a sort of a sneak peek because you got to go to the nominees luncheon, which is like the social event, even in many ways more prestigious and certainly more stressful than just going to the ceremony.
Well, what was very cool about the nominee luncheon is we had this moment where we got to talk to George Clooney, which, you know, has been long on my bucket list, and he was talking about
such a surprise.
I know. And you know, he is as charming as ever and was very, you know, talkative, and we were talking about the nominee luncheon and how he prefers it actually to the awards because it is more relaxed, it is, the pressure's off, it's more of a chance to congratulate other people in the industry, and
it's much more collegial.
Exactly, and you know, when you sit down for the lunch, you're mixed with people from all the other categories. So, you know, I was sitting next to the makeup people from Harry Potter, which was really exciting for me. So that's really fun, getting to see kind of what's going on in the industry, all these different players from all parts of the world, not just the people you hear about, you know, on Us Weekly or E-News, but the people behind the scenes, which is...
Not just the celebrities,
yes,
but
exactly.
the craftspeople, the artists
exactly.
who make the films.
Yes, and the people that support them. You know, I get to meet members of the Academy, which is also really, really exciting. And I think Denver and Colorado's presence is really growing. I mean, we've had how many films in the past 3 or 4 years?
There's been 3 documentaries just in the past couple of years.
From Colorado filmmakers.
Precious, from a Colorado filmmaker.
And this is actually Daniel's 2nd nomination, so this is old hat for him.
Well, we know it's not old hat for you.
No.
And you're a producer for this film, so tell us what that means in a documentary.
It's an evolving role. I really tried to do...
Is it one of those catch-all categories?
Yes, exactly. Just do what was needed. Fundraising is a huge part of that. We were really lucky to have HBO come on board and buy North American rights to the film, but the first part of the film we really had to raise money from private donors, and there's quite a few in the Denver community that supported us, and that's really important to us. And one of the things we're looking forward to on the screening on March 7th is thanking those people in the Denver community who supported the film from the beginning. So that was one of the roles. Another role is really the logistics. Daniel and our cameraman.
I can't imagine what that would be like to arrange logistics for a documentary from Colorado to Pakistan.
Well, one of the most interesting pieces is once HBO came on board, they really wanted us to have top-notch insurance. So, you know, ransom insurance and kidnapping insurance, which is always kind of a daunting thing to think about and figure out.
I can even see your face flush when you say it.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I was helping with that as well as with some of the editing and post-production. So it's a lot, wearing many different hats.
Wearing many different hats, and now you get to attend the Academy Awards. Have you selected your dress?
I have. I actually am wearing a dress from St. John's Knits, and I'm very lucky to be able to wear that dress. It's
a little fabulous something that you just...
Yeah.
A little something.
Yeah, a little something.
What does it feel like as a Colorado filmmaker? I mean, you're a Colorado native. You've gone off to study film criticism and history, is that what you said?
Critical studies.
Critical studies.
Yeah, at the University of Southern California. So,
after tackling such an important and really moving topic, because it seems like it's a world away, but it really, just the fact that you are part of the team that produced this tells us how interconnected we really are. What does it feel like to have invested that much in a serious project, but get to have this huge celebration as part of the end of it?
The whole thing has been a little surreal, and it feels almost serendipitous. When we started this project, we weren't really sure where the story was, who the players were involved. We knew that, you know, Dr. Muhammad Jawad is a great character. He's a lot of fun, he's funny, but he also works really hard, and he's really, really passionate about what he's doing. So we knew we had something with him, but the rest of the story kind of unfolded in front of us, and we had some lucky moments with the legislation that passed in Pakistan protecting these women and the successful surgeries. So, you know, a lot of the film's ability to be successful came from what happened, what unfolded in front of us. And now, you know, we've just had the right players involved. We've been so lucky to have HBO behind us. I think that really helped with the Academy, and the whole thing is, it's kind of a trip.
It's kind of important to celebrate the work that artists like filmmakers do, even here in Colorado, because it's not just entertainment. It can be really important work that you're doing, and I really appreciate you sharing a little bit of what that experience is like for us, and we look forward to coming back for the special screening at the beginning of that
Women Plus Film Voices Film
Women Plus
Festival.
Film.
And so the Voices Film Festival, which you can use that for shorthand, is an outgrowth of that monthly program that we've been doing for 5 years, the Women Plus Film program. And Voices actually is a festival that, although we're going to show Wuthering Heights and have some fun and see some narrative films, primarily it's focused on documentaries, documentaries that are either made by women or really pertaining to women, and a lot of serious subject matter. Beyond acid attacks in Pakistan, we're going to be taking a look at terrible crimes that are happening behind the front lines in barracks. Rape is one of the most prevalent things that happens in our military, so we're going to be looking at a film that just came out of Sundance that deals with that issue. A lot of things to enlighten people and give them, you know, give them pause, or not just give them pause. I think one of the things we do with the Voices Film Festival, as well as the Stars Denver Film Festival, is create a platform for dialogue, but also try to create a call to action. The dialogue starts the action, and then we hope that we can compel people to go out and make this world a better place, and film's a great place to start, you know, that kind of movement and action.
So much more than just entertainment. It's almost journalism in many cases. Definitely it's a conversation starter, and we get to come and celebrate with like-minded people for the Academy Awards.
And we don't mind the entertainment, though, also.
No.
That's right. And then we get to come back and enjoy that festival. Thanks for sort of letting us take over the lobby today.
Well, thanks for
and find
being
out
here.
more about it.
Thanks. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday, the 26th.
We look forward to seeing your dress as well.
No pressure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now a look at the Academy Award-nominated documentary short, Saving Face.
मैं सो रही थी तो अम्मी के घर में आया इस तरह, तो उसने मुझे जला दिया।
तो उसने एक सेकंड नहीं लगा, एक सेकंड में मेरी जिंदगी बर्बाद कर दी।
So when I heard about the acid violence in my homeland, I said, I must do something.
ये वो कमरा है जिधर मुझे जलाया था। मेरी जिंदगी खत्म हो गई इस कमरे में।
The time is very short right now. She needs surgery. But there is only so much I can do. I'm part of the society which has this disease.
मेरी जिंदगी तबाह हो गई है और किसी को कोई सजा नहीं हुई।
तो इसलिए हमने ये उसमें फैसला किया है, उसकी कैद होनी चाहिए जिंदगी भर के लिए।
मैं कह रहा हूँ, डेथ सेंटेंस जिनके ऊपर गुजरी है उनसे कोई नहीं पूछ रहा है।
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और अल्लाह ताला का लाख दफ़ा शुक्र अदा करती हूँ कि मेरी जो ख्वाहिश थी वो पूरी होने वाली है।
For more information about the official Oscar Night America event at the Denver Film Society or the screening of Saving Face, visit their webpage, denverfilm.org. And now a look at Cinema Day, a rally to increase film incentives in Colorado with our special correspondent, Aaron Saye.
Good morning, Colorado. This is Aaron Saye reporting from the Colorado State Capitol this morning. We're here to cover the Colorado Cinema Day, which basically is a day for the legislators to consider a film incentive that will boost tax incentives for filmmakers to come to Colorado and use our beautiful locations as filming locations for productions of all types. We've got a huge crowd of supporters out here this morning, really a whole cadre of the Colorado filmmaking community, both students and professional workforce members. Behind me here you can see some equipment trucks from Lighting Services Incorporated, which is one of the top equipment rental places here in Colorado for filmmaking gear. And they've all come out here with their trucks in support of the bill, as well as politicians who are in support of it.
The arts mean business, and that you mean business when it comes to the arts. That the arts mean jobs. And so it needs every single one of you to go out and talk to your state senator and your state rep to vote yes on this bill.
hopefully this year, and I think it will happen this year, that we'll be able to pass this bill and really bring the film industry back to Colorado. And we're going to need your help to get this done. We're going to need you coming into the Capitol today and talking to your legislator, and over the next couple months talking to your legislators to say why this is important.
Colorado spends millions of dollars per year educating students in film and new media. The Colorado Film School is ranked in the top 25 in the nation. Many of those students leave and go to another state because they're not working in a state-friendly film industry here in Colorado. We're giving all of our good workforce away. It doesn't make sense to me. Does it to you?
I'm Nick Falls. I'm a filmmaker. I'm out here to push incentives for Colorado. I'm Webster Pennington. I go to Colorado Film School.
My name's Jessica McGuy. I'm an instructor at the University of Colorado Denver in the Film and Television Production Department.
My name's Matt, and I am a videographer and an editor.
My name's Andy McDonald. I'm a videographer at High Noon Entertainment.
I'm Audrey Walters. I'm an actor in town.
I am Galina Bulgakova, and I'm a head of acting in Colorado Film School.
My name is Ed Kramer. I'm a visual effects artist, formerly of Industrial Light and Magic in Northern California, where I worked on 24 feature films, including Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3, Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Twister, Jumanji, Jurassic Park 2. I'm here in Colorado now. I teach visual effects and computer graphics at the Art Institute here in Colorado.
Colorado's a special place. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else to shoot, but I still need to make a little money, so I hope this incentive package passes because, yeah, I can't stand California. I love Colorado. I really don't want to ever leave this place.
It's a great place to live. I love this state. Don't want to be in New York. Don't want to be in Los Angeles.
Film in Colorado is important. I mean, we got a lot of beautiful places and we got a lot of really, really talented people in this town and in the state. We need to kind of compete with all our surrounding neighbors and states because they're taking some work that I think we could be getting.
Film incentives in Colorado are so important to me because everyone who I love and work with lives here, but so many people have to leave the state for jobs.
We have amazing acting talent here in Colorado. We don't want our actors leave the state and go and find the jobs.
What I would love to see happen is the Colorado incentive plan be passed by the legislature.
Thousands of Colorado residents are employed directly or indirectly by Colorado's film, television, and video gaming industry. And whereas content creation for film, television, video games, and advertising is an important and growing international business and one of the United States' leading exports. And whereas advertising and news production builds upon Colorado talent from the film, television, and video gaming industry. And whereas Colorado was once a leader in the film and television business and has since seen its market share and number of people employed in the industry radically decline. And whereas the decline is traceable to the implementation of incentives in sister states which have left Colorado in a non-competitive position.
The fact is we have a strong infrastructure in Colorado in film and media history. We have 13 film schools in Colorado that graduate our students, and we want to put them to work in Colorado.
We have some great film festivals that have been going on for years in Aspen. I've also heard of them in Telluride. We have people coming from out of state who are professionals and very involved in the film industry. And so with this resolution, it'll be a great chance every time we have one of these festivals to let those people know that we have a film industry and that we want to be the place where the films are not just shown in a festival, but they're made in the state.
My area of Southwest Colorado in the 60s and 70s was a great film location. True Grit was filmed a year ago. A lot of the original filming on True Grit was done in Southwest Colorado. They came back to Southwest Colorado, looked at the scenery, said, wow, but business-wise, we have to go to New Mexico. Our community probably lost close to $100 million in economic development from that film.
And in strong support of this resolution, and welcome all the students here. Thank you.
Very excited to have you all here today, and we'll be an enthusiastic supporter of this resolution. Thank you.
Seeing none, we'll proceed in that manner. All of those in favor of HJR 1010, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Resolution 1010.
what just happened today was that the legislature was very enthusiastic about declaring this Cinema Day. So now let's get down to the real work of actually bringing the film incentives, doubling our incentive program from 10% to 20%. Right now we are 46th out of 50 states in the nation as far as the film incentive package that's offered here. And regardless of the fact that we have the most incredible scenery, the mountains, you know, just amazing places to shoot, and places that movies have shot in the past, we don't have the incentive package that's going to motivate producers to come and shoot in Colorado. We need to get the Colorado legislature to actually pass that film incentive package, and then when producers say, I want to shoot in Colorado, am I going to make it a cost-effective production? Then we can say, yes, come shoot in Colorado because it's going to be worth your while. We won't lose business to New Mexico, we won't lose business to Louisiana, we won't lose business to Michigan or all these other states that have thriving programs, and we will bring jobs to Colorado in the media.
This is Aaron Saye signing off. See you soon.
That's all for this edition. Remember to join us on Facebook and Twitter. With all that Colorado has to offer, we're here to help you keep it in focus. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Snugglebug.